Hey, what is up, friends? Happy Friday to you. Welcome back to another video. I am putting some songs into the computer and the Pro Presenter to make sure everything is set up for Sunday morning. And it got me thinking, I can remember back when I was in junior high and we were at church, and instead of having computers and projectors and stuff like that, we used an overhead projector, right? Do you remember those? Leave me a comment down below if you're old enough to remember those. And one of the jobs of one of the kids was to have the transparencies with the worship songs, and they would put it on there and it would project on the wall, and when they changed verses, they would pull that one off and get the other one up there real fast, and you had to have it all just ready, right in order. And now, man, we've got computers and we can throw up videos and motion backgrounds and all kinds of different things to help with projection. And man, it makes me feel old, right? I'm only 38. But technology and different things have changed so much over the years. It just kind of got me a little sentimental, and makes me remember when. I remember when we had VHS tapes. You remember these? You had a VCR and you could put it in there and watch a movie, and it was all grainy and not very high definition. But you could buy blank tapes before we had DVRs and streaming video services and things like that. And you could pop that in there and you could record TV straight to this. And you could fast forward and rewind and tape over things for TV shows. Those were the days, right? And then you get DVDs that come along and you can watch those, and now you can burn DVDs and do all this kind of stuff. Man, I'm old. I remember my very first email. I don't know how old you are, and email is not used a whole lot sometimes now like it used to be, but 1999, I was going to college, had to make my first email, so I just used a Bible verse, a little confusing, spelled my name wrong and all this kind of stuff, and 19 years later, still have the very same email address. You remember your first email address? Another big change I can remember is when we got Wi-Fi, right? I remember dial-up and having to be chained to a computer, but I remember the very first time we got high-speed internet Wi-Fi at our house. My wife and I had just gotten married, and we got this router. We took it home from Best Buy. We plugged it in, and I remember saying the words, "Why would I want to be on the couch getting on the internet when I could just be in the office, right?" No way. I'm on AIM in the living room. Okay, so that ended up being way cooler than I really thought it was going to be. I didn't know if this Wi-Fi thing was going to last, but pretty sure it's going to stick around. I think one of the biggest changes in technology over the years has been that in music, right? I can remember these. Do you remember these? I can remember being a kid and I got a record player, and the first two albums I had were the Beach Boys and the Monkees.
They got the Monkees. Mm-hmm. They were a major influence on the Beatles. Yeah, I know.
I kind of remember 8-tracks too. That was a little bit before my time. I know my dad had some, but I couldn't find one. I can remember cassette tapes. I can remember what it really means to make a mixtape, to have to put it in there and kind of turn it and get it just right to cue up the song. Man, cassette tapes. I had a car that played these. Then everything moved to CDs, right? Compact discs. Man, I can remember these things were awesome, and they still are pretty awesome. I like to buy these for the album art and different things like that, but nobody really buys those anymore. Everything is on our phone, right? Everything's digital. You can just download a song, or if you've got Spotify or some kind of streaming thing like that, man, you can just think of a song or somebody's talking about a song and you can just pull it up and listen to it on the spot. Man, I can remember when you have to wait all day to listen to the song you wanted to hear on the radio. Man, technology is fantastic. I'm so thankful to live in the times that we live now. But let me ask you a question. What if the music industry had just decided the cassette tapes were it, and it wasn't gonna ever get any better than that, and that was all we were gonna have for the rest of time? Now that may sound a little crazy, that the music industry or somebody in technology would just say, that's it, we're never gonna get anything better than this. But I wanted you to think about that, because we all remember how things used to be. And sometimes in our faith, we do that. We remember the good things that God has done in the past. Or maybe we remember about a church we grew up in and how things used to be, or how a pastor used to preach, or how a certain type of music really used to just get us in the mood for worship, or whatever that may be. Sometimes we think, man, I know enough about God's word, or I know all the Bible stories, or, I know, and I'm just, I'm kind of satisfied with my relationship with God because I just don't know if it's going to get any better. Well, I want to encourage you today that that God's word, that our relationship with him, we never hit a ceiling, right? We never get to a point where we've learned everything we need to know or we've gone deep enough in our relationship with God. God is always wanting to lead us further and deeper into a relationship with him. Lamentations 3:22 says, because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassion never fails. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself, the Lord is my portion, therefore I will wait for him. God's blessings are new every single day for us. There's something brand new every single day from God when we choose to walk with him, when we choose to trust him, when we choose to spend time in his word. He has got something brand new every single day. So in technology, it sounds crazy to say, hey, this cassette tape is it. This is as far as we're gonna go. It serves its purpose. It does what we need it to do, and it probably can't get any better. But man, it's just as crazy to say, you know what I've learned from God in the past, that's gonna be enough. I know that I put my trust in him. I know that he's done great things in the past, but you know what? I'm just kind of good right now. It would be so crazy and prideful to think that I have arrived in my relationship with God, that I know enough that I don't need him in my life anymore. So this older stuff is good, it gets the job done, but it's nowhere near as good as music on my phone. And I don't know what's gonna come out next, but it's gonna be better than this. And I just wanna encourage you in that this week, that wherever you are at with God, whether you have been a Christian a long time, or maybe that is new for you, every day is gonna be better when you trust and when you walk with God. Hey, thank you so much again for watching this video. If you liked it, give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below to become part of our crew. Hit the notification bell so you know every time that we post a brand new video. And if you haven't yet, leave me a comment down below about something that you remember, maybe some technology or maybe a time that we just really don't do some of those things anymore. You know, payphones, phone books, all that kind of stuff. So hit me up in the comments and I'll be commenting and seeing some of the things that you remember if you're, kind of an old person like me. So hey, thanks again for watching. I hope you have a great weekend, and until next time, walk humbly. Hey, what is up, friends? Happy Friday to you. Welcome back to another video. Hey, this morning I am putting some words and we're done. What if in that verse it says that his compassion, Mike.